When we come to the Calvert Trust, it's like a separate world. It's like none of those things that are difficult exist when you're here. Tom and I, as parents, can relax for once. We can switch off a little. And for the kids, it's just total switch off, relaxation. They don't need to pretend to be somebody they're not. They feel accepted here. They feel like, and they say that openly. They say, when we go to Calvert, we can just relax because everyone here just accepts exactly what you are and what you can do. Both children are autistic. They were diagnosed when they were both 6 years old. They've both got Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, so they can struggle every now and again with a few physical bits and pieces as well, falling over and things like that. And Alice is extremely anxious and used to be selective mute. Here, they have so much more independence because it's a safe centre, and if Alice walks up to the dining room with her tray ready to get dinner but can't speak, no one's bothered, and she knows no one's bothered, so she's fine. She has the confidence to do it here, whereas if we were anywhere else, she wouldn't even try. I think here was the first time ever where William just walked off when he was about 9 or 10 years old and said, oh, I'll just go back to the room. And it was the only place we've ever thought, yes, that's okay, just off you go. So he learnt to be more independent as well. All that independence then transfers back to home. So when we go home, they've had that confidence of they've been to a shop and they've bought something and they've asked for it and it worked. So they'll try that again at home. So we can always build on that in between our trips and sort of extend that independence. I think some of the staff here don't realise the part they play. I don't think they realise how skilled they are or how creative they are at finding solutions to everything and how valued they are by the families that come here. I think they probably just think that they do a job, but for us they do far, far more than that, and those relationships really count and really matter. So I think the staff need to understand from the family perspective how valued they are. The first time Alice went to a disco was here, and it was Nick, the instructor, and he sat her down and he said, what would we need to do to have a disco? And she said, I'd need to know what music was playing, I'd need to know how many lights, I'd need to know how many people, and I'd need you to tell me what to wear. So he just listed all of those things and they covered every single one of them off and they agreed the time, and then she went to the disco. I think Tom and I were sort of sitting there almost in tears thinking, you know, this is the first time we've seen her do something like this and have that confidence. And then a couple of years later, when we had a family disco, she could go because she knew what a disco was and she'd been. And even though she went in her pajamas, you know, she could do it because she'd done it once here. And things that we try here, she'll then try it at home, and she'll try her hardest because she knows she achieved it here. Calvert is so important, not just for our family, but every time we come, we see families here in far, far more difficult circumstances than ours. And we just think, you know, the degree of change it's made to our life, we can't imagine what it's made to theirs as well. The kids get that break from trying to pretend that they're okay, or trying to talk when they can't, or trying to fit in when they're struggling. Everyone just gets that break, and I can't imagine not being able to come here. I can't imagine what that would do to our lives or lots of other people's lives, to be fair. You know, that would be. Don't do it. We couldn't do it.